Right, so that is Prime Minister Modi, who has in fact just arrived in Hyderabad. He will be inaugurating the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, which will begin in Hyderabad's Global International Convention Center roughly at about 3 o'clock. Prior to that, he has other activities that have been slated out for him. The Prime Minister Modi had personally invited Ivanka Trump to visit India for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. He and also External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj will be meeting with Ivanka Trump just ahead of the Global Entrepreneurship Summit being inaugurated. So Prime Minister Modi has arrived in Hyderabad at the Shamshabad airport, and he is being greeted by the dignitaries of the Telangana state. He, along with other dignitaries, we also see President Ramnath Kovind, who's also accompanied him. So Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, in which as many as 1,500 entrepreneurs from across the world, from about 150 countries, are participating. The theme of this Entrepreneurship Summit, of course, is to empower women and progress for all. And what we are seeing is that Prime Minister Modi has just arrived in Hyderabad at the airport, and from here on, the Global Entrepreneurship Summit will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi roughly at about 3 o'clock at the Global International Convention Center. Prime Minister Modi will also be meeting with Ivanka Trump in just some time from now. He's at this point of time, being greeted by various dignitaries in the state of Telangana at Hyderabad, who have come to greet him as he has just arrived in Hyderabad. Now, it is for the first time that the Global Entrepreneurship Summit is being held in South Asia. It's taking place in the city of Hyderabad, the capital of Telangana. And this is the 8th edition of the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, in which entrepreneurs from across the world have come together to meet, to discuss ideas. We don't expect any major business deals to be announced, but what will definitely happen is the processes, the procedures and the manner in which things are done, and ideas for new businesses will of course be discussed. So we see Prime Minister Modi has just arrived at the Hyderabad airport, and we expect him to be present at the Global International Convention Center, where the Global Entrepreneurship Summit is scheduled to take place. We also saw the Chief Minister of Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, there. He is taking the Prime Minister through and getting them to meet all the dignitaries who have, of course, assembled at the airport. Several of the cabinet ministers of Telangana are present with him. And this, of course, is an important moment for India. The first time that the Global Entrepreneurship Summit is being held in South Asia for the very first time. It's being co-hosted by the United States and India. And, of course, one of the key guests who will be present, who is, of course, leading the US delegation, is the daughter and also an advisor to President Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, who is presently in Hyderabad. She's presently at the Trident Hotel. She will also be arriving at the Global International Convention Center roughly at about 3 o'clock, in roughly 90 minutes from now, where Ivanka Trump will be meeting Prime Minister Modi. And of course, our correspondent Sumit Chaturvedi is presently in Hyderabad and is tracking all the details for us. Sumit, we just saw Prime Minister Modi landing in Hyderabad. This, of course, has been his initiative, where he's asked Ivanka Trump to come to India, especially for this summit. Any further details at all as to what has been planned for Prime Minister Modi today?
Well, a few hours from now, we will start very soon with this big event where Ivanka Trump, the principal advisor to US President, will be here shortly, and PM Modi will be here as well. The theme is, as we know, women, the prosperity for all, women first. And keeping that in mind, big delegates are here already. Their big names are here already. Everybody is waiting for PM to arrive and Ivanka Trump to arrive, so that they can start with the proceedings of the day and start with a kind of theme, or what else they have to say, what is in their mind, what they want to talk about, what they can, put light on as far as entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem in India is concerned. Is it a big announcement coming or not? That is also in the minds of people. So everybody is waiting for the dignitaries to come, including PM Modi and Ivanka Trump. And people are quite excited about the entrepreneurship culture in India. We spoke to a few delegates who were excited about the entrepreneurship culture in India, the startup ecosystem, how the government is trying to support it, how they can also contribute to it, exchange of ideas can happen. So a lot of enthusiasm over here, and we are just in the middle of it.
Okay, absolutely. And also the venue, the choice of the venue, Hyderabad, does it surprise you at all? Because Bangalore was the city that was considered as the best place for an entrepreneur. You know, it actually ranked even higher than Seattle. So considering the fact that Hyderabad, which is a close competitor in India for the city of Bangalore, this is the venue that's been chosen for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. Does this come as a surprise at all, Sumit?
Well, that's exactly not a surprise, Saleh, because, Bangalore has been so much talked about. Hyderabad is there, but it's the headquarters of like Microsoft in India. It's headquarters of big other companies over here as well. So after Bangalore, the next name comes is Hyderabad. And, the Hyderabad also, it's a big booster for image of Hyderabad. The brand Hyderabad is going to get a big makeover after this event gets over. And that's what Hyderabad is all about, entrepreneurship culture. Bangalore is already on the radar of India, the world, everywhere. But Hyderabad needed that boost, which is going to get after this event gets over.
Absolutely. And you've been there. You've been speaking with all the delegates who have assembled. We have delegates from over 150 countries. And what's interesting this time round in this entrepreneurship summit is that there are certain countries such as Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Israel, etc., who've sent all women entrepreneur delegates. Any more information do you have on that, Sumit?
Well, delegates, yes, they are from all the countries. They are here, excited about the way things are happening in India. Especially we spoke to some people about the positivity, the optimism, especially after the ratings upgrade and all. And they are quite enthused with that also, that India is the place to be. If right now they have to be somewhere, they have to put their money, if they have to do deals, India is the place to be. It's such a large market next to China. So from that point of view also, India is a big market. Is a democratic country. It has all the good parameters. Few things can be improved, though. They have actually asked for improvement in big things, which is quite natural. That will be required if India has to succeed on a global level. But apart from that, yeah, they're enthused by the overall culture, and especially the overall willingness and excitement the government of India is showing in India,
right,
making the engine of global growth and taking it forward as well.
Okay, and also considering the fact that the recent developments that have taken place, we saw the upgrade that took place by the Moody's rating agency, where they've upgraded India, saying that it is a very positive kind of a country for new businesses to start. We also saw what's been said about India by World Bank and also by the International Monetary Fund. Now, considering the positive reviews that have come about, the possibility of investment in India. We see big business leaders, 400 delegates from the United States itself, entrepreneurs from United States who are presently there in Hyderabad. So any information at all in terms of what is likely to happen? Can we expect more collaboration between the US and the Indian companies? Any big sort of partnerships or investments that are likely to be announced today?
Yes, absolutely. Two things which it does at the primary level is first bringing India and US closer in the terms of entrepreneurship culture, in terms of deals, finance, and the people who need finance. So this is something which is required by both countries. Second, it empowers women in the way it should be empowering them. It's the way of entrepreneurship. Many women, they don't want to do jobs, stay back at home, and there the entrepreneurship culture comes out, that really what they want to be, what they want to start. And we've seen many big success stories especially out of women entrepreneurship, their culture and all. So two things it does. First, it brings India and US closer, their entrepreneurship culture closer. Remember, in US Silicon Valley, Indians are the main contributors. Looking at that, India's IT hub, Hyderabad, is the right choice to hold this GES summit. Also, women, in a lot of ways in India and US are similar. They want to really grow in different way and adopting new techniques. So keeping that in mind, both countries are coming together on the entrepreneurship side, and second, the women empowerment side. That's going to happen. Big deals, I doubt that will be announced here, because it's more to do with small deals, that people pitching ideas to each other, arranging for funds and coming together and maybe taking it forward. And who knows, it could be the second Ola, Uber, or maybe Alibaba of tomorrow.
Absolutely, indeed. And also looking at the optics, we'll have Prime Minister Modi who will be sharing the stage with Ivanka Trump. Ivanka, of course, is besides being the daughter of Donald Trump, is also the advisor to the President of the United States. And considering the kind of influence she has on Donald Trump, how does this augur for the US-India relationship? Are we now getting into a zone where the US-India relationship is going to be stronger than ever before in the past, considering the fact that Ivanka Trump is here on a personal invite by Prime Minister Modi?
Well, that's first official visit of Ivanka Trump over here in India. This shows what kind of importance is being given, especially from the side of businesses. And that has been working for both India and US from the last many years since the new government has taken over. Also, these issues, H-1B visa and all, are not that much in the we can say the spotlight as they were earlier. So negative things have been rooted out, and most of them are now working in the positive direction, including the big culture of entrepreneurship, the new startups that are taking place in India. Like, if we give an example, Paytm has recently launched its services outside in Canada and US. This is also, in a way, shows what kind of expansion Indian companies can expect from global countries. Because if they have market which is saturated like India, they have to go out, move out. Their digital transactions are done in a big way. So, keeping all that in mind, this is clearly going to pave a way for a good partnership between India and US when it comes to entrepreneurship culture, promoting entrepreneurs, having a free culture, free capital society. So that's what is taking place here. And around me, I can see all that happening right here in Hyderabad.
Absolutely, indeed. Sumit Chaturvedi, thank you very much indeed for joining us and getting us that perspective for us. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you as the story unfolds. So these are the latest visuals that we've got of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's presently in Hyderabad. And also Prime Minister Modi is speaking at the Begumpet airport. Let's actually dip in and listen to what he has to say.
आज पूरे विश्व का ध्यान हैदराबाद नगरी पर है, क्योंकि यहां एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय समिट के लिए दुनिया भर के उद्योग जगत के महारथी आज यहां एकत्र आए हैं। ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आप इतनी बड़ी तादाद में बहुत ही कम नोटिस पर यहां पर आए, मेरा स्वागत सम्मान किया, और इसके लिए मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी तेलंगाना प्रदेश के पदाधिकारियों का, हैदराबाद के कार्यकर्ताओं का हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो भी है, उसका कारण 4-4, 5-5 पीढ़ी से भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं ने, उन कार्यकर्ताओं के परिवारों ने जो त्याग किया है, जो तपस्या की है, मां भारती के सेवा के लिए, समाज के सुख दुख को बांटने के लिए परिश्रम करने में कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ी है, और उसके कारण आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी बन सकी है। ये विश्व की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी बनने का श्रेय आप सभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं को जाता है। कार्यकर्ता भाइयों बहनों, ऐसे अनेक प्रदेश हैं, पुराना आंध्र हो, आज का तेलंगाना और आंध्र प्रदेश हो, हमारा केरल प्रांत हो, हमारा तमिलनाडु प्रांत हो, ये ऐसे प्रदेश हैं जहां पर अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को शासन के माध्यम से जनता की सेवा करने का, राज्य का विकास करने का सौभाग्य नहीं मिला है। उसके बावजूद भी सत्ता से कई वर्षों तक दूर रहने के बाद भी यहां के कार्यकर्ताओं ने जनता के सुख के लिए, जनता के मुद्दों को पर सेवा का मार्ग, संघर्ष का मार्ग कभी छोड़ा नहीं है। और इसलिए आप सब ऐसे कार्यकर्ता जो दिन रात मां भारती के लिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए, कमल निशान के लिए लगे रहते हैं, मैं आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं।
All right, so that was Prime Minister Narendra Modi there at the Begum Pit International Airport speaking to the people who had gathered there. And also senior advisor to US President and his daughter Ivanka Trump is leading the US delegation in Hyderabad for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, which starts today. Ivanka Trump, who is also an entrepreneur herself, has spoken about the upcoming summit and her interests in India. Now, this is Ivanka Trump's first official visit to India. She spoke about the Entrepreneurship Summit's theme, Women First, and the support that is needed by women entrepreneurs. She said, and I quote, I aim for the GES 2017 to be a global celebration that elevates the importance of empowering women entrepreneurs. When women do better, communities and countries thrive. Now, Ivanka Trump has also spoken about Prime Minister Modi's efforts on expanding economic opportunities, especially in relation with women. She said, and I quote, one of the main global challenges is creating economic opportunities. Prime Minister Modi is focused on expanding the economic opportunities for people of India in general and in particular with respects to women. Now, she's also added that she has long admired India's history and culture and hopes for its continued progress, particularly as it relates to women, where it is extremely important that 50% of the population in India must also get the same sort of opportunities like the men get in the nation. Well, India and the United States will be co-hosting the Global Entrepreneurship Summit that begins today. The three-day summit is being held in the southern Indian city of Hyderabad. At Prime Minister Modi's invitation, Ivanka Trump, of course, will be leading the American delegation at the summit, which focuses on women entrepreneurs across the world. Here is what one can expect from this summit that will kickstart in roughly another 90 minutes from now.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi invited Ivanka Trump to India during his visit to the White House this past June.
To further our economic partnership, I'm excited to report that the Prime Minister has invited my daughter Ivanka to lead the U.S. delegation to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in India this fall, and I believe she has accepted.
मैं उनकी बेटी का भी भारत में स्वागत करने के लिए प्रतीक्षा कर रहा हूं. उन्होंने मेरा निमंत्रण स्वीकार किया है.
An entrepreneur and advisor to the U.S. President Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump tweeted confirming her India visit.
We'll have over close to about 1,500 entrepreneurs, investors and supporters of entrepreneurship from more than 150 countries and territories across the world.
The Indian delegation, led by Narendra Modi, includes banker Chanda Kochar, fashion designer Anita Dongre, Make My Trip founder Deep Kaldra, and Vice President of Google India, Rajan Anandan. Hyderabad is preparing for the three-day global event being hosted in India for the first time. The theme for this year is Women First, Prosperity for All, a subject close to Ivanka.
This year's summit theme demonstrates the commitment of the United States and Indian governments to the principle that when women are economically empowered, their communities and countries thrive. Women entrepreneurship helps drive innovation and job creation, as well as address the world's greatest and most critical challenges.
The Entrepreneurship Summit will showcase inspiring entrepreneurs and investors, panels and workshops, talks, and pitch competitions. It'll also focus on the ease of doing business, removing regulations, supporting the startup ecosystem, and other constraints and challenges. More than 10 countries, including Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, and Israel, will have an all-women delegation. Indian Americans will also make up for a large portion of the attendees.
We think it's critical that women who represent a significant part of our population also represented in the business world, and that we try to develop a community with networks, with mentors, with finance, with market opportunities that can help advance women entrepreneurs and promote innovation generally.
This year's focus areas will include energy and infrastructure, healthcare and life sciences, digital economy and financial technology, plus media and entertainment. The summit's goal is to inspire people to become job creators instead of job seekers. Reporting, Archit Seshadri, WION. India hosts the 8th Annual Global Entrepreneurship Summit with CEOs and entrepreneurs from all around the world getting together in Hyderabad.
From digital transactions to financial technologies, entrepreneurs in India will talk about the startup ecosystem and the challenges it faces.
WION is on the ground covering all angles of the story, including the developments on energy, business, infrastructure, health, life sciences, and the media.
Join us for the latest ground reports as India hosts the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, first time ever in South Asia. Watch our continuous coverage only on WION.